Mendez with the Austin Police Department. So the Austin Police Department is prepared for the increase in vehicular traffic around our local area schools here in Austin. We have officers working diligently to ensure the safety of our students, our pedestrians, as well as motorists. The department works very closely with other law enforcement partners. So there will be other agencies, other partners out there enforcing traffic laws around our local schools, and again, to ensure everybody's safety. We do want to remind people to plan ahead, specifically for this week, being back to school. Be patient, expect delays. There will be delays, specifically around the times of morning drop-off and afternoon pickup. We want to encourage people to stay off their cell phones, limit the distracted driving, specifically around the school areas. We will have students walking on sidewalks using crosswalks. So again, we want to encourage people to kind of follow the rules of the road. Just know that it will be busy, and we will have a lot of people out and about. We want to encourage people to follow the posted speed limits, slow down, obey the stop signs that the buses put out. And again, we encourage people not to go around the school buses when they are dropping and picking up children. With that, I will pass it off to Austin ISD.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Chris Offiziso, Executive Director of Transportation with Austin ISD. As it was mentioned, folks, number one thing is please put your cell phones away when, during the school hours, especially in our school zones. That's the most dangerous thing that you can do. The other thing is, today is the hottest day of the year, and today is our first day of the school year. So what I'm asking all families to make sure all of our students, well, they're already to school, but to have light colored clothing and also have a bottle of water with them. We do allow it on the bus. And the most important thing is, especially 10 years and younger, please accompany them to and from school if they're walking or biking, and especially at the bus stops. Also, in the afternoon, please be at the bus stops to receive the students. The last thing we want is possibly misplacing or lose a child because they don't know where they are. Of course, when we stop the bus or a stop sign goes out, do not pass us. Do not pass us. That's the very dangerous thing to do. And also, of course, it is illegal. A lot of our buses, we do have the stop arm camera, and we do issue citations based on those. Last but not least, let's have a great school year. Let's have a safe school year. Traffic in Austin is high, but please pay close attention to our students and our school buses. Thank you, and with that, I turn it to Richard, City of Austin.
Thank you, Chris. And good morning, everyone. I'm the Associate Director for the Transportation and Public Works Department for the City of Austin. And our department employs over 200 school crossing guards. So our main focus at the beginning of the school year is to ensure, to the greatest extent possible, the safe arrival of those children that elect to walk and bike to school, or ride and then walk and bike to school. So over the course of a year, our Safe Routes to School program educates many schools and students on how to walk and bike safely to school. And over the past school year, we've also invested in infrastructure for improved sidewalks, improved crosswalks, and improved bikeways to over 45 schools, and we've educated over 36,000 students. These projects make the pathways to school safer, and ultimately it is behavior of drivers that makes the biggest difference. So if you are in a school zone and you encounter one of our school crossing guards, please be sure to follow their instruction. They're there for the safety of your children. Be respectful of our crossing guards. They are serving our community and protecting our children. And also, as previously stated by AISD Director, obey the school zone limits. They're there to ensure that our motorists are aware of the increased traffic and children around our schools. Our Vision Zero program has determined that speed typically is the number one factor for crashes and incidents, especially around schools. So stop for pedestrians in the crosswalk, obey the speed limits, obey the instructions of our school crossing guards, and let's have a very safe school year for all of Austin.
Do you have any questions?
Yes, can anyone address if distracted driving, cell phone use, and speed are the main concerns when it comes to morning drop-off and afternoon pickup? Or are there other factors involved with safety priorities for the department and for the city?
Well, from the Transportation and Public Works Department of the City of Austin, we do keep records of causal factors of crashes and speed just overall throughout the city, not just in school zone, is one of the leading factors. Another leading factor for our city is distracted driving, of course, and then perhaps impaired driving. I'm hopeful that impaired driving is not a factor in the school hours, but we do keep those statistics, and we move on initiatives to help mitigate those impacts.
Well, basically, those things are exactly what you said. Is a huge safety concern for all of us and for parents. So all we are asking is exactly that. In the school zone areas, during the bell times, going to and from school, we want to make sure the public put the cell phones away. Pay close attention to our walkers. We have a lot of students walk and bike to school. And we have great crossing guards to assist us around our schools. So by not paying attention, getting distracted, we are risking the lives of many. So those would be my main things.
Gentlemen, there have been a couple of close calls at, I believe, drop-off recently at a couple of campuses where children and vehicles may have had contact. Is that something that you hope will lessen? Obviously, since the first week people get used to a routine and to the pickup schedule, and it's not something that we have to constantly keep an eye on.
Well, for us, not only the first week, all the time, like throughout the year, throughout the school year, at any time. Would you like to add anything, officer?
I would just input, obviously the first week is going to be a week where staff are still learning, parents are still learning, and things are just kind of being adjusted. So again, being patient is the main concern. And going back to the distracted driving part, when you combine speed and any kind of distraction, but typically a cell phone distraction, we want to avoid that at all costs. Again, this is going to be a very busy week. It'll get better as the weeks progress. But again, excuse me, this week is going to be, the main week where people learn a lot and figure things out.
How many kids were hit or nearly hit getting on or off the bus last year? Rudy would like to know that.
Last year, fortunately, we didn't have any. The first year we put the stop arm camera process back in 2016. That was our first year that we started the stop arm camera program. You all know how that is, right? We have cameras on the side of our big buses, and anyone passes our buses when the stop sign goes out, it works like a toll. Like it takes a picture of the license plate, and the citation goes out to the registered owner of that vehicle. That first year, unfortunately, first week we had one, and the second week we had another one that it was captured by our stop arm camera. So the system has worked to educate the public more the stop for school buses, period. I mean, it takes 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds, but you could be jeopardizing the life of, of a student by not obeying that law. So we are okay right now, but again, one incident is too many.
How long after getting captured on camera can you expect to get your ticket in the mail?
Yes,
How
it would be, that my expectation would be from the vendor, and that's what we have. They will sort out everything within 3 weeks to make sure the process is complete and it mailed to the registered owner of the vehicles.
But you're not going to escape that camera, though. Is it a good tool?
Yes, we believe it is. And I mean, we cannot have officer at every street, every stop that our buses go through. I mean, we go through neighborhood streets, so we cannot expect our own police department or APD to be everywhere. So it is helpful.
Are crossing guards allowed to enter any type of evidence of infractions near the schools if they get it on camera or anything like that? Or are the crossings guards not expected to act in that way at all?
So the crossing guards are there for the safety of the children. They're equipped with the stop signs to stop traffic, to enable children to cross. If they see any infractions, they are enabled to report that to their supervisor.
Anything else? Awesome. We appreciate you so much. Thanks, guys.